Welcome back to the Echo of the Soul. There is a silent force shaping every life on Earth. Most people never notice it. They search for talent. They search for luck. They search for secret formulas. But they overlook the one thing standing behind every meaningful achievement. Discipline. Not the kind that looks impressive on social media. Not the kind people talk about for a week before quitting. Real discipline. The kind that operates in silence. The kind that continues when nobody is watching. The kind that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary examples. Look around you. Every remarkable life has a hidden story. A story most people never see. They see the success. They see the reward. They see the recognition. But they rarely see the years of consistent effort that created it. The truth is simple. Greatness is rarely dramatic. Most of the time, it is repetitive. It is built one decision at a time, one morning at a time, one promise kept at a time. Many people spend their lives waiting for motivation. They tell themselves they will start when they feel inspired, when they feel confident, when conditions become perfect. But perfect conditions never arrive. And motivation is unreliable. Some days it appears. Other days it disappears completely. If your future depends on motivation, your future depends on something unstable. Discipline is different. Discipline shows up regardless of mood. It shows up when enthusiasm is gone. It shows up when comfort is calling. It shows up when excuses sound convincing. That is why discipline matters. Because life is not won on your best days. Life is won on your ordinary days. The days nobody remembers. The days that seem insignificant. The days when you choose progress instead of comfort. Think about a mountain. Nobody reaches the summit in a single step. Every step appears small, almost meaningless. Yet those small steps eventually create a massive distance. Life works the same way. Every disciplined action is a step. Every repeated habit is a step. Every sacrifice is a step. And eventually those steps become a journey. Many people underestimate habits. They focus on huge goals, huge dreams, huge outcomes. But outcomes are produced by systems. And systems are built from habits. Your habits create your future long before your future arrives. The person you become tomorrow is being shaped by what you repeatedly do today. That is why discipline is not simply about action. It is about identity. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen trust. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken trust. Eventually your self-image follows. You begin to see yourself according to your actions, not your intentions, not your wishes, your actions. That is why discipline builds confidence. Real confidence does not come from positive thinking alone. It comes from evidence. Evidence that you can rely on yourself. Evidence that you can finish what you start. Evidence that your word means something. And when you build that evidence day after day, confidence grows naturally. The world often celebrates talent, but talent without discipline fades. Talent may open a door. Discipline keeps it open. Talent may create opportunity. Discipline turns opportunity into achievement. History is filled with gifted people who never fulfilled their potential. Not because they lacked ability, because they lacked consistency. Ability matters, but consistency multiplies ability. A small amount of talent combined with relentless discipline often achieves more than extraordinary talent combined with inconsistency. This is why discipline is a superpower. Not because it makes life easy, because it makes growth inevitable. Slow perhaps, difficult perhaps, but inevitable. Every disciplined action sends a message to your mind, a message to your future, a message that says, I refuse to remain where I am. I refuse to surrender to comfort. I refuse to waste what I could become. And that message changes everything. Because eventually discipline stops being something you do. It becomes someone you are. The disciplined person does not constantly debate every decision. They create standards. And standards eliminate negotiation. When it is time to work, they work. When it is time to learn, they learn. When it is time to grow, they grow. Not because they feel like it, because they decided who they want to become. That decision guides their actions. Day after day, year after year. The greatest tragedy in life is not failure. It is unrealized potential. Knowing you could have become more. Knowing you could have contributed more. Knowing you could have experienced more. Discipline protects you from that regret. It closes the gap between possibility and reality. It transforms dreams into structure, vision into action, potential into proof. And the beautiful part is this. Discipline does not require perfection. You do not need perfect circumstances. You do not need perfect confidence. You do not need perfect knowledge. You simply need a willingness to continue. One step, then another, then another. Because greatness is not built in a moment. It is built in moments. Thousands of them. And every one of those moments offers a choice. Comfort or growth. Excuse or responsibility. Temporary pleasure or lasting fulfillment. Those choices shape a life. The world may never see them, but your future will. Your future is watching every decision you make today. Every disciplined action becomes an investment. Every investment earns a return. Eventually, the results arrive. Not all at once, not overnight, but undeniably. And when that day comes, people will call it luck. They will call it talent. They will call it timing. But you will know the truth. It was discipline. It was showing up. It was consistency. It was refusing to quit. And that is the hidden force behind every great life. The force available to anyone willing to embrace it. The force called discipline.